Hey there, it is me again, and I am here once more to share what little I have learned since we last communicated. Remember, there are star seeds and earth seeds. Their interaction is how these earth as well as celestial dramas play out, or play in for that matter. I keep telling myself to slow down, but the energy is so great and overbearing and rejuvenating with kindness and love of what Prime Creator has done with this magnificent and divine law of one as the adhesive of keeping the angelic human family connected with such a vast creation which stretches out through more universes than there are tiny grains of sand in the Gobi Desert. The Templar fallen angel cabal fell into the earth and snapped up religion to use as a weapon against the humans of every race of the five belonging to the earth drama and Prime Creator's divine law of one, which has been sabotaged by the humanoids created from animal origin, inserting themselves as masters over the human race, which is what animal origin humanoids tend to do, even if their own degeneration is rapidly occurring. The greater their own degeneration occurs, the more they will seek out a more powerful race to mate with, so that that DNA will strengthen their own DNA, and in so doing, they contaminate the hosts. Religion enslaves both the mind and soul of the humans. It is the scam designed by the reptilian humanoids to amass an ocean of souls to choose from in their approach and in their operation, which will strap souls, enslave them for sale and for barter at their own leisure. From planet Earth and very much of this universe, the angelic human family, which is called that due to the fact that every intelligent race in this creation of the family members who take on forms, regardless of how tangible or intangible those forms are, flies spaceships. It is the energy in motion in a human body which can do miraculous things, things you have forgotten about, being born in a society and raised in a frequency which is enforced by a fallen angel, demonic Templar group of beings who work against Prime Creator's law of one, which harmonizes and balances between the melanated degrees of one human race with that of the melanated dominant creation itself, which as acting as a cohesive, adhesive force enables one to take advantage of the multiplicity of possibilities existing in this creation, which are unfathomable. And yes, these are the spacecraft flown by the family of races belonging to the Galactic Federation in the Earth's inner world, which is where its base is located on Earth. Both the Russians and the U.S. space observatories watch them each and every day emerge from a 50-mile wide diameter hole in both the north and south poles of the planet. Both Russia and the U.S. keep the Galactic Federation's knowledge of being millions of years ahead of them regarding the technology and the science and love frequency, and dare not go anywhere near the inner Earth, which they know from the book The Smoky God by Olaf Jansen of Norway, he and his father, who spent 2 years on the interior, that these advanced melanated humans do have ultramodern cities with a spacecraft civilization and cities that are paved with gold, as well as houses and administrative buildings made of gold, diamonds, and crystals. They emerged to destroy the bad guy alien facility the U.S. has allied with, as well as the U.S. facilities which are preparing for World War III. As of the 560s, we are taking out their underground bases, as well as the facilities in the outpost regions which are unpopulated with communities. We know that from a history of hostilities against our family members, number 3, they don't like living around such low vibrational, but the entire planet is ascending back to 5th dimension, Nutara, where they cannot go to with their low-level 2-stranded DNA system. When one has 2 strands of DNA system, it has to have at least a 5-stranded one in order to operate on those higher levels of dimension. The red race has a 7-stranded one, while the black race has the highest frequency of them all. It has a 12-stranded DNA system and has the freedom to travel through and out the creation if it has not been contaminated by interbreeding with humanoid created from the animal origins. Those females having sex with Aryans and Ibarus have been contaminated, and even their astral bodies with their recessive gene sperm, and the same is true of the black male homosexual community with Aryans and Ibaru sex mates. This is because sexual energy is the most powerful force in this creation. And at the astral level, this contamination is foul and is sure to be a no-no for the continued evolution of one's soul experience. One is either kicked back down into the cycles of rebirths and deaths taking place on the same similar Earth planet. And
I read that book, in the Maru book. It was telling how the son Haru, the son of Asar, Haru, was challenged by the evil Uncle Set to a duel, and the evil Uncle Set tried to get him to have sexual intercourse with him. The reason for the perpetuation of homosexuality around the planet is exactly what this man is talking about. Homosexuality throws everything off balance, and it is a total straight out filth. It's an encounter of filth. And the reason why I'm so hard on men that walk around with their ass hanging out is because, unfortunately, you don't understand the true dynamics of what that is. What that is you as a responsible man should not ever be enticed by any type of social invite that walking around with your ass exposed to the world is a form of machoism. I don't care how mad you get at me. I see you guys staring at me and everything, but I am 52. I've been in 52 years, and I have had to have all kind of experiences on this planet to be able to talk this stuff to you and talk it with knowledge. I'm not just blowing any stinky, stupid, dumb stuff at you. The hatred that I receive from the world is because you can't refute the things that I'm saying, and that's what bugs you. So now your woman, if she was hanging out with you and she had her skirt on, and she pulled her skirt halfway down her ass where her ass was exposed, like you want the freedom to walk around and have your ass exposed with your underpants, with your drawers exposed and your ass exposed, okay, tomorrow, let's see your lady put on a skirt and some real sexy little panties, and then pull her skirt down halfway off her ass the way you want to be privileged to do, and I guarantee you, you're going to tell her to pull her skirt up, see? Because you know that that sexual invite that she'll be giving to a man is something you don't want another man noticing in your woman. Well, if you don't want another man enticed to look at your woman because she's got her skirt pulled halfway down her ass, who the hell are you trying to entice when you're out there with your pants pulled halfway down your ass? I hope it's not the same woman who you want to take the privilege from utilizing that same strategy to attack another man away from. Because if that's been the case, I think if you search a little bit deeper, it probably doesn't have anything to do with the enticement of the female at all. What it is that you've been taught by society, white man in general, this whole group of degenerates that you're looking at right now, have sublimed to you some foolishness that will make you believe that advertising your ass is a sign of machoism when it's not. Machoism comes from intelligence. And then if you want to push it to the physicality, that's from having strong chest and strong arms. Never your ass. Because there's nothing you can do with your ass but shit out of it or let somebody put... I'm going to just stop right there because I ain't got to finish. But a man ass has never been an attribute to anything. As a matter of fact, enticement to the opposite sex through the acceptance of whether or not they have a visually capable, good-looking ass is European. It's totally European because they were the ones walking around with all the flat asses who were so impressed with the big asses that they saw in Africa, they couldn't stop looking at them. They just couldn't believe them. And so they spread that to the world. If left alone, we would have never saw anything unusual about our asses being big the way they are and shaped the way they are so we can be abiding with our universal surrounding. The principles of life always makes things have to be synonymous as well as symbiotic with each other. That is the principle of the universe. So when people come around and change all that and make you for some reason believe that now you as a man is macho because you walk around with half your ass exposed to the world. And then when I step in and try to tell you, just like I say, you shouldn't smoke, you shouldn't drink, you shouldn't eat meat, it's because the sun is telling me to tell you guys all those things. But your ignorance make you look at my personification and you want to fight me and attack and everything. And then when I talk to everybody and say, you know, the sun is going to burn the houses up, everyone, because she sees that you're disobedient. If she tells you to do something and you don't do it, she's going to restrain you by not giving you the air that you need to breathe or filling the air with smoke. All that stuff is because the sunlight is telling me to say it. You see the sunlight corresponding with what I'm saying to you, making itself do exactly what it tells me to tell you it's going to do. It does it. So when I tell you it's going to burn up all your houses in Oregon and Washington because you didn't buy the green light, don't get mad at me because for the last 2 years I've been telling you shit was going to happen and you know what? It's been showing. So if you so damn stubborn because you've done got away all this time with being nobody to answer to, we can just do whatever the hell we want and we don't have no one to answer to. I got news for you. Your parents were away for a few hours and you raised hell, but your parents are home now and you do have someone to answer to. You just too damn stupid to know that.
And there are many different earth planets one can be kicked down to, even to the hellish realm of the fourth dimension, where the Iberu souls and the Aryans exist in perpetuity, and they snatch souls from new arrivals if they can, because this is the currency they use to trade and barter with. Okay, it is time to clear up the lies made by the Hebrews as well as the Ethiopians with regards to the subject of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is a portal bridge between the sphere of Amenti in the Andromedan galaxy and the Earth's inner core. It was constructed by the Guardian organizations about 840,000 years ago. This intergalactic bridge was called the Ark of the Covenant of Palador and later became known as the Ark of the Covenant. Through the Ark of the Covenant, the races and souls of the sphere of the Aid could once again be reseated on planet Earth. Souls of the sphere of Amenti would pass through the Ark Bridge as pure consciousness merged with the Earth's morphogenetic field.